Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to continue our college football preseason top 25. Today, number 15, the Clemson Tigers. And I just want to say, this is going to be an interesting season for Clemson. The main reason is it has nothing to do with your team. It just has to do with what Florida State lost. Jameis Winston, no longer with the Florida Seminoles. So really, you have your best chance in recent years to win the Atlantic Division in the ACC. Because no matter who gets the job at Florida State, Clemson is a team that has the talent to overcome Florida. Your biggest losses, we'll start on the offensive side. I'm an offensive guy, so we'll start there. Your biggest loss wasn't even a player. It was when your offensive coordinator, Chad Morris, said, hey guys, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm going to be the head coach of SMU. I'm going to join Larry Brown. We're going to go out. We're going to have some basketball, football meetings, maybe have some drinks and the nightcap in Texas. I'm going to leave you guys. So really the big thing is, is our team going to look different? No. Dabo Swinney said, hey, you know what? We're still going to look the same. The big key on offense comes around sophomore quarterback Deshaun Watson. And the reason I say that is injuries. Last season, he missed nearly 5 full games due to a broken finger and a torn ACL. If he can stay healthy, there's no reason why the Clemson Tigers can't win their division and maybe even win the entire ACC if they can beat Georgia Tech. That's a little spoiler right there. That's the ACC title game, in my opinion. But last season, threw for 1,466 yards, 14 touchdowns, only had 2 INTs. So if he can stay healthy, bingo, right there. And he's got 2 great targets in Mike Williams and Artavius Scott. The offense is going to be fine. Defensively, if the offense was good, the defense is even better, because last season you guys had one of the nation's top defenses. You were allowing 260 yards per game. You had the number 3 scoring defense, only giving up 16.7 points per game. Really? The biggest challenge is repeating those numbers. And if you, like I said earlier, point into Jameis Winston not playing for the Seminoles this year, that number of points you're giving up a game and yards you're giving up a game is just going to go down. It's just going to go down because Winston ain't going to be scoring points for Florida State. He ain't going to be gaining yards for them. I don't think Everett Golson or any other quarterback they have on the roster can do what Winston did. This is going to be a defense showcased by junior defensive end Shaq Lawson, who he's got to be the guy to bring his game to the next level. He was a freshman All-American. What can he do? What can he do in his junior season this year? You also have junior Ben Boulware, one of the defense's most intense players. He's going to be the leader with a weak side linebacker of this team. The defense is going to be great. Nearly 3 years ago, you guys had one of the worst defenses. Now looking at one of the nation's best. So really the biggest thing for this team falls on the offensive side. Can Deshaun Watson stay healthy for this team? But let's get to the most important part. This is the only part of the video you care about. Ricky, what games are the Clemson Tigers going to win and lose? Let's look at the schedule. Game 1, September 5th, versus Wofford. Well, guess what? This isn't basketball. The Terrier, I think they're the Terriers or some kind of dog. They're not going to win this game. Tigers all day, every day, getting the win at home. Game 2, Appalachian State. Is this going to be an upset? Are you guys going to be the Michigan Wolverines of old, letting Appalachian State upset you? It's going to be a close game. Tigers with the win. Then you go at Louisville. First ACC game. This Louisville team, I know it's at Louisville, but they don't have Teddy Bridgewater. They don't have Devonta Parker. Tigers get the W. Then you have Notre Dame. This could be a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Clemson. So right now you're sitting 4-0 first 4 games. Then you have your first big test, Georgia Tech. Oh, this is going to be a close one. This is going to be so close. However, Clemson with the W. You go 5-0. Boston College will be a win. Miami of Florida at the U. You got to lose somewhere. I don't think you guys are going to go undefeated. I'll give you a loss to Miami of Florida. You'll beat NC State. Here's the big one. Florida State. No Jameis Winston. I do not care if Everett Golson is starting because to me, it's the only guy on that team that is worth a start. Clemson gets the win. Then you'll beat Syracuse. You'll beat Wake Forest. And then in the last game of the season, Clemson versus South Carolina on the road. It's going to be a close one. I kind of want to give it to South Carolina. However, I may just give it to the Clemson Tigers. So you guys will have one loss. And I will say this. If Clemson can go undefeated in their schedule and win the ACC title game, probably over the Yellow Jackets, they could be in a prime position to make the college football playoffs. I know, it's crazy. But if Florida State could go undefeated, or I think they even had one loss last year and win the conference and go to the college football playoff, why can't the Clemson Tigers do the same thing? So these are my thoughts on Clemson coming into this season. This is where you tell me down below. What do you think of Clemson this year? Am I too high on them? Do I think that this being a 2-dog race between the Tigers and the Yellow Jackets, am I out of my mind, or is Florida State, or even, I mean, you could throw Miami of Florida in there, maybe Duke. I'm forgetting Duke. Are they going to overtake one of these teams going into the ACC? Tell me that down below. You can follow me on Twitter for all my sports tweets and random tweets at Ricky Widmer. You can follow Most Valuable Podcast at Most Valuable Pod. I want to thank you for checking out this video. If you loved it, please hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.